Back in episode 2, This Bar Saves Lives came into the arena as an underdog against the likes of brownies and popcorn. But the competition raged, and when the smoke cleared, This Bar Saves Lives shocked the world by nearly winning the episode. Instead, it had to settle for a tie. Ever since, it has been hungry for another chance at victory. This bar will return to the arena today and try to claim that victory that wavered so close to its grasp, like Gordon Bombay returning to lead the Mighty Ducks to victory after failing to pull off the triple deke in his attempt to win his childhood hockey championship. Has this bar saved lives, saved its best life for this show, or will one of the other two health bars reign supreme? Find out now as we stuff our faces and ask, You tried that? You Tried Dat is back and here to eat some healthy snacks. I'm Nick Novak with my pals Chad Hancock.
How's it going?
And Nick Geiger.
What's up?
Guys, we're going to try to clear our names that we've dragged through the mud in the first 14 episodes by eating some healthy foods. How are you feeling about this?
Not too excited, actually.
Yeah.
But I did just eat like a huge bowl of cheese dip, so maybe this will counteract some of that.
Which one of these is made by Nabisco? I'm confused. I don't know which one to root for.
Geiger, you lead a life of pie, right? So you don't generally bunch on these healthy snacks.
Does that mean I eat nothing but pie?
Or does that mean he lives on a boat with a tiger?
I do both of those things. It's really hard to keep the pie fresh, but yeah, I gotta be honest. I've looked forward to many a snack on this podcast. These three, I'm not disliking any of them from the start, but there's nothing to really have my eye on, I gotta be honest.
It is interesting that I just was grabbing a bunch of health food bars, and they all sort of coincidentally are the same flavor. One of them is dark chocolate cherry sea salt. The other one's chocolate cashew sea salt. And the other one is chocolate cherry cashew. So they're all some combination of chocolate, cherry, cashews, and sea salt.
Well, isn't dark chocolate supposed to be good for you? I think like any health bar trying to like get tastier will just throw dark chocolate in because of quote unquote like antioxidants or something.
Yeah, it's definitely, that's the way that companies present it, is that it's much healthier for you than their standard chocolate. But I don't know if that means it's actually good for you, just less bad for you.
Like, could you substitute one of these for your vegetables at your dinner plate and just be fine? It's basically just an equivalent health value.
Instead of steamed broccoli, have steamed This Bar Saves Lives.
Right. So if I had a steamed This Bar Saves Lives and the other snack we were doing was like asparagus, then I'd be a lot more looking forward to that This Bar Saves Lives. Not that I don't like asparagus, but
This Bar Saves Lives, is there... Should we come up with a shorter name for it, or just...
No, you must say the whole thing each time.
I think Chad aptly named the This Bar Saves Lives in the first episode we used them in when he said, it's a charity bar.
Just call it the charity bar.
Charity bar.
So when you guys are going to sit and have a healthy snack, you've decided, let's say you've destroyed your whole afternoon by eating junk, but you're still hungry, and you say, enough's enough, I'm going to have a healthy snack. Where are you reaching? What's your top choice?
For me, it's probably fruit. So I'll do like banana or an apple. But if I don't have fruit in the house, then options are limited here at Shea Hancock when it comes to healthy stuff. I guess I got some granola bars or a spoonful of peanut butter. Is that healthy?
Nope. Geiger?
Yeah, I eat a quarter of a bag of chips instead of half a bag. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, my wife has a lot of healthy snacks in the house, so we have like granola bars, or like she's been really into these like popcorn chips. So we'll have like they're called popcorners. So popcorners or popcorn, which I don't know if it's healthy, but it's at least not loaded. Like,
we've got granola bars, I guess, and popcorn.
Sometimes I'll take an Oreo and just sprinkle some chia seeds on it, and now it's healthy.
Right. Like I might just drink some water, and then when all the water's gone, I'll put a beer in there instead. I don't really eat that healthy. Is the gist of what I'm getting across here.
Yeah, fruit's definitely the easiest reach. I mean, it's like giving our body the sugar that we're wanting from the snack, but fruit definitely is my number one choice. But I actually eat a fair amount of these quote unquote health bars that we're going to be trying today. It's just snacking on vegetables is not convenient usually, because not all raw vegetables are great.
I would do sometimes some like carrots dipped in hummus or something like that. That's healthy-ish, right? Because carrots.
That's all. I mean, carrots. We have carrots in the house with the kids all the time. So I'll munch on carrots once in a while, or like I've been saying in previous episodes, I've started getting allergic to all these fruits, so I'm almost kind of scared to eat fruit. Like I know bananas are fine, but like I'm the only one in the house that eats them. I'm not gonna eat 8 bananas, and like the amount of time it takes for them to go bad until they put the banana in the Doritos bag. And then I just accidentally will grab it and eat it. And then once in a while we'll have like I usually try to have like nuts on hand, like cashews or sesame seeds or something like that. But I don't even know. Aren't they not always like some of those nuts aren't really that good for you, right?
Yeah, I think it depends.
So, eating vegetables is basically eating plants. And since we've just passed our yearly April 20th date, Chad, you were telling us earlier that you had a little experience on 420.
Well, I live in California, and as of January 1st
Is that
this
just
year,
supposed to explain everything?
Yes, specifically San Francisco, where you can walk down the streets of the city and just smell pot wafting out of every apartment as you walk past. So yeah, it's legal now. So I figured, well, saying yes to life, let's go try some of this out. So it's been...
So that is
Are you high right now?
That is the
Dude,
whitest
I'm
way I've
high
ever
as
heard anyone
fuck.
describe.
No, not right now. But yeah, so I was interested in specifically trying out some edibles because at this point for me, smoking anything is like, unless it's a Reese's cup, then maybe I would smoke it. But other than that, just the idea of smoking something in general is just so off-putting to me. It's so gross. Hate the smell, hate the coughing, etc. So I'm like, well, if I'm going to do this, we're going to do edibles. So went on Yelp, found a dispensary that's pretty close to my place called the Green Cross, which is just kind of a funny name to me. It's this whole process. So you go in and they take a picture of your ID and you have to like sign up for a membership and agree to like all these terms of service, which I just didn't even read. I just was like scrolling past it on the computer and just to get to the I accept button. And then you go into this place and there was so many things. Like the options were overwhelming, even just with the edibles. So it was like s'mores bars, which is what I ended up buying, but they also had like Rice Krispie treats and like chocolate bars. And then they had mac and cheese popcorn, which I was like, well, that seems like something I would buy, but they told me I wasn't allowed to buy that because it was too strong, so it could only be used for medicinal use, which they have this whole regulations about like, the guy was explaining it to me, like how much is actually in it and how much is in one serving determines whether it can be used medicinally or not. Anyway, so walked out of there with some s'mores bars and tried them out last night, and they taste nasty. It's like one of the stalest tasting things ever. But yeah, about 2 hours later, I was pretty high. So I guess they did their job.
Did you want some more after that?
Jesus.
Yeah, I don't think they even pretend that they taste good, right? That's not.
The guy behind the counter was trying to sell, like, he's like, oh, I really love these s'mores bars. Like, he was totally talking them up, which is why I bought them, because I was like, I don't know what to get. And he was just...
Yeah, he loves them because they get him high.
Right?
He's probably stoned and will eat anything.
Right, it is possible. Well, I definitely, like, had finished the s'mores bar, and I was like, okay, that was going to be my dessert. And then 2 hours later, I'm, like, rummaging through the snack drawer, like, I need some more. I'll get these old Smash Mallows, and just started putting those back.
That was good. As we know, if I have to clean out the snack drawer from previous episodes, I just need to get high real quick.
Right.
That's sort of like what people who are gluten-free tell you about gluten-free snacks, is that they taste great, but they don't believe that. I mean, nobody could, because they taste terrible.
I thought you were going to say that they taste great, but they get you really fucking high. And these gluten-free pretzels, I'm tripping nuts.
No, that's the opposite effect. That depresses you if you're eating gluten-free snacks.
I did have this thought, like, briefly, like, oh, it'd be kind of fun, like, in my next snack package that I mail to them, to, like, include some edibles, and then I'm like, I think that violates some kind of federal laws for me to,
that's not
like,
legal,
mail
is it?
that
Yeah.
across state lines.
We still have standards over here in Illinois, Hancock. We're not a bunch of free-loving hippies. It's just getting high at the drop of a hat.
There was this sort of one weird thing where when they were explaining all the rules to me, like, oh, you can bring your dog in, but make sure it's on a leash, which, I mean, the store is like tiny. Like, I don't know why you need to bring your dog in. But then they were telling me like, oh, parking's tough in this neighborhood. So we came up with this agreement with the tire shop across the street where you can park at the tire shop if they're closed.
Wait, this was all on the phone that you had this conversation with the guy on the phone?
No. This was when I went into the store.
And he's telling you about how parking's difficult?
Yeah. Before he lets me go in, he has to explain all the rules. And one of them is you can park across the street, like when you come back. And so I was like trying to think, like,
I'm already in the store, sir.
Yeah, what's the arrangement that they came up with a tire shop where they're just like, all right, we'll give you a bunch of fat doobies if you let our customers park in your lot while you're closed.
So are you able to eat it like just walking down the street, or do you have to be like at home? Like, or like, you know what I mean? Like, can you just smoke a blunt on the street corner?
No, I think it's supposed to be like in your private residence. They definitely, after I bought it, they were like, oh, you have to also buy this child-proof Ziploc bag. And that's what you have to take it out of the store in. So it's like $1 for the bag. I can just bring the bag back on future visits if I ever go back. Yeah, so I wasn't supposed to like carry it around just down the street. I had to have it in this bag, which is this big Ziploc bag that just had like a huge green cross logo on the side. So it's like not even hiding what I'm like. I'm clearly just carrying drugs down the street. So that was my Friday night.
And how did it end?
With me passing out on the couch.
Is that different than a normal Friday? All right, well, let's waste no time here and discover what dark chocolate, cherry, and sea salt can do for a bar. And I think, now this bar saves lives. It's the second appearance on the show. It's the first two-timer here on You Tried Dat. I think that it wants to go last, like the champion and the last one coming to the ringside. This bar has chosen to take its last one up. So we're going to start with the Kind Bar. Kind bars are really popular now. You can find them pretty much everywhere over the past couple years. This one is a Kind Bar Plus, which these plus versions basically are promoted as having antioxidants. This flavor is the dark chocolate cherry cashew. Have you guys had Kind bars before?
Yes.
No, and you said you eat a lot of them, right?
Yeah, here's the thing. There's probably 10 to 15 varieties of these, and I stick with pretty much the same couple. One's like a cranberry and walnuts, and one's just basically a bunch of nuts together, but I do not get any of the ones with chocolate in them. So this one I have never had.
My wife has these. They're not like candy bar shaped like this one. It's more like a wide square, and it's like sprouted something and like quinoa seeds or something. It's like our chia seeds. It's very health foody. It's not bad. I've had a few of them, but they're like caramel or something. So I've had those, but I have not had this particular one. This one is gluten-free, low glycemic index, dairy-free, no sulfur dioxide, no genetically engineered ingredients. That's good.
Is it?
I get. Well, I mean, I guess what are they? If they're engineering to be tasty, I guess that's fine.
Exactly. I'm not a big cashew fan, and actually we generally don't eat them because my wife is violently allergic to them, where if she tastes a little bit of cashew, she'll just start puking everywhere.
I think I am allergic to cherries, but we're going to find out real soon here.
That's right, I forgot. An all-cherry episode.
And plus, aren't you as allergic as hell to almonds? And one of these says 6 almonds really big on the package.
Yeah, that's the biggest ingredient. Yeah, we'll find out if I can breathe and or have puffy lips.
So I will say the second bite I took was much better than the first, and I think that's because my first bite did not have any cherry, and the second one did.
Yeah, you can taste the cherry in there.
The cherry makes it taste much better.
I agree. The chocolate, I don't even like cherries a lot, but it helps this a lot. The chocolate's fine. I generally don't like dark chocolate, but I think it works okay here. I think it's pretty decent tasting here. Chad, why don't you give us a go? Oh, actually, before you go, give us a go. Why don't you give our scale a go?
Yeah, we have the 5-point rating scale. Starting at the top, it's love dat, like dat, indifferent to dat, dislike dat, hate dat. I like this more than I thought I was going to, but there's something about, like, the chocolate tastes kind of a little stale to me. The aftertaste in this bar is not great. And the primary time that I've seen people eat these kinds of bars is when we're out hiking People will grab bars such as these or like power bars or those kinds of things just as a snack while they're hiking. I think hiking with this bar would be awful because having this taste in my mouth, yeah, it's not something I really want to have long term. I think I'm just gonna go dislike on this one.
Ooh.
Which is still higher than I expected, but just not really a fan.
Geiger, what, you surprised by Dad or what?
I gotta say that surprises me. Sorry, I'm still chewing.
Chewing and staring at it. Let me just rate it for you. It doesn't taste good. No, this is not how I feel. This is how you feel. I wouldn't eat it. Doesn't taste that good. Don't really enjoy the flavor. Like that.
I kind of like it. See what I did there? I did eat most of it, even though I think I've got a cut on one of my gums and it's starting to hurt now. So I think it's from the cherry. I'm not sure if that's true. The things I do for this podcast. I've had kind bars and they're fine. This one I like the chocolate. Okay, I agree. There is something like lingering in my mouth still. I would say, I mean, if I had to try to eat better, which let me rephrase, I need to try to eat better. But and so this could definitely be part of that. I think from what I understand,
This
right?
could be part of it.
From what I understand, you just eat a bunch of these and you get a lot healthier, right? You just eat nothing.
Pretty much.
My plan to eat healthier is to take some kind bars and just dip them in cream cheese.
Right. Like if
Part
I
of
eat
it.
16 kind bars a day, I'll lose weight, right? How many calories is this?
170.
Is that good or bad? Why'd I ask? I have no idea what frame of reference.
Beating around the bush, my man.
Yeah, I like that.
I'll put it
It's
this
fine.
way. It's one of these bars is equal to like 2 Mega Stuff Oreos.
Okay. Oh, so that's.
Wait,
fine.
what did you give it?
You don't like that. It's fine. I wouldn't.
I told you. You wasted all that time. I pre-rated it for you.
It tastes good. I would eat it, and it's good for me. I don't love it.
I think we should do an episode without Geiger where each of us just fill in his ratings for him. And then he goes back and listens to it later and he's like, yeah, you're right. You guys don't need me.
The taste is fine. You guys are assholes. No heck for you to say.
All right. I was expecting not to like it a lot. I usually avoid these chocolate kind ones. I was a little kind of impressed here. The aftertaste does not bother me at all. Maybe I'm just used to eating these pretty regularly, but I enjoyed it. I would definitely get it again. It kind of satisfies that sweet tooth a little bit and has some health benefit to it. So I enjoyed it. Didn't love it. I'm going to go with a like that. So it's 2 likes and a dislike and a decently strong start. And This bar saves lives is sweating a little bit. Didn't know this level of competition was coming.
How many orphans' lives are on the line from this competition?
We should think about that because if last time we barely saved the orphans by having a tie for this bar.
I think we saved 5 orphans and then ate 4 more, right?
Right.
Didn't we eat orphans last time? I think we did.
I think I was indifferent to them.
So the orphans right now are a little nervous.
Yeah.
Oh, orphans around the world are sitting at the edge of. Well, they don't have seats because they're orphans. And sitting at the edge of the floor, staring at the TV, hoping the stock price of this bar saves lives doesn't plummet if we take a shit all over their product.
Why
So
doesn't an orphan have a seat?
they live in an orphanage. They maybe have like a shared couch.
They clearly don't deserve seats.
Well, okay, this took a turn.
All right, that's so 1 down, and now is the RX bar. Just the title of the RX bar. I mean, RX is implying that this was prescribed to me. The way that this thing is put together, I did a little bit of the research in the company, and they were really proud of their packaging. It's a really bare bones type of packaging, but purposely done so, where the ingredients are just listed in big white letters across the front of the package saying 3 egg whites, 6 almonds for Geiger to die, and 4 cashews, 2 dates, and no BS.
Isn't BS what makes things good?
I think so.
Oh, I shovel BS down my throat on the reg.
It actually does say 6 almonds for Geiger to die on it.
Yeah,
I
that
know.
was really personal. I kind of felt like it was
A lot of packages know you. It's really
Not sure I like the way this smells.
This one I'm looking forward to least. It feels like a doorstop. It is heavy as shit. Like you said, it just feels like a doctor Like this seems like something like that an astronaut would hand you in space as like a ration just to eat on the surface of the moon or something. It's like
Oh, there's visible sea salt flakes on the top.
everyone gets so sea salt is just salt. Regular salt is it's just salt. There's
Bigger.
nothing fancy where it came from.
It's bigger and flakier.
Big
Crunchy in your teeth.
Yeah.
No, it's just at like an 8-year-old. What's the difference? It's bigger.
Now I'm in a mildly dimly lit room, and if I just hold it like at arm's length and look at it, I could pretend it's a brownie. It's kind of got
Yeah, you could pretend right up until it went in your mouth. I bet.
And then on the top, almost like you can see the nuts. It almost has a brownie. It kind of looks like one of those little Debbie cosmic brownies.
It's like Chester Cheetah. He always wants to see them nuts.
Take down your pants and let me see your nutsack.
No BS. Take down your pants.
I like my orphans like I like my sea salt. Big and flaky. That doesn't even make sense. What are you talking about? Are you high, Chester Cheetah?
A big flaky orphan.
So this,
Oh,
it does not look appealing.
oh,
Dad seems like he's enjoying it.
this is hard to eat.
Novak, same reaction.
This SOB is gummy.
This is dense as shit.
Oh, oh, fuck. It's like I put like a brick of drying cement into my mouth. Ah,
Definitely really interesting. It's like coating your teeth.
oh, it's like solidifying in my mouth. That's what I'm saying.
It's the consistency of a Tootsie Roll. Like if you
Yeah.
eat one of those big Tootsie Rolls, only it tastes not like a Tootsie Roll.
Take out a little piece,
Uh-huh.
Do I have to?
pinch it between two fingers, and just try to push down through it. You can't do it.
It's got the density of one of those giant pencil erasers that you have to like those square-shaped ones.
Yeah, it's got the
Well-
density of an orphan.
Now, here's the other thing. I don't taste the cashews. I don't taste the almonds, thank God. I don't taste the dates. I mean, I guess you couldn't taste egg whites.
What do you taste?
I mean, I don't taste BS. I'll give them that.
I don't know what I taste.
I don't know what this. It just tastes like vaguely salty, right? Or I don't know what even.
That's the sea salt.
It tastes like
Dipshit.
bigger and flakier than regular salt. That's all I taste.
Yeah. Ugh. God.
Why would you eat this?
It's stuck in every crevice in my mouth, like crevices I didn't know I had.
Well, the reason you'd eat it is that it's probably pretty decent for you. I mean, the few ingredients that are in there are all healthy. Like, there's no way to argue that this isn't actually good for you. Like some of these granola bars that are just loaded up with, sugar and stuff. And this has sugars. It's all natural sugar, though. It has a good amount of protein. Like, this actually, of health bars, is probably healthier for you than most health bars.
Well, but it also doesn't. I think it's maybe like not unhealthy, but it's not like it's got like a bunch of vitamin C or like good stuff to add, right? It's just
Dates are healthy. Egg whites are good.
Mhm.
Nuts, almonds, and cashews. I guess there's some chocolate, but
Where? I don't. This is.
there's big, giant, delicious chunks of sea salt. If these was regular size salt, this would be unedible. But
Well, I have a big orphan-shaped flake on my.
all right, Geiger, we're gonna start you off. This is a tough one, actually.
Not tough. Hate that. Tastes like shit. Move on.
You're gonna toss a hate that easily while you're taking another fucking bite? You're
hungry. It's not good. Tell me what you like.
You're hungry? Don't
I
say
am.
then tell me you're hungry.
I don't. Look. It's not like the worst thing we've eaten on this show.
I saw. I'm gonna show you. No, I'll have to describe it for people. But you said hate that. Moving on. You bit, like, snapped it away from your mouth. You wrist snapped it away with a bite.
I want to make sure I understand what I hate. Face your fears.
So hate. You can go hate.
Yeah, I am. It doesn't taste good. I would never in a million years eat this again, despite that last bite I just took. When I say again, I mean after right now. Like, I don't understand where any of all the flavors and ingredients, I don't taste any of them. I don't really know what I taste. It's like tastes vaguely sweet with a little salt on top. Well, like Chad said, the consistency, can't speak.
You can't speak because you got RXBAR stuck all over your fucking mouth.
God, I glued my tongue down. This is, it's all like kind of gritty, but like sticky, and it may be good for me. I believe in the science of it. It's good for my body, but my body will have to find healthy sustenance elsewhere. Hate that.
This is the RX for you. It's your doctor wants you to eat this.
He does?
Yeah.
My
He's
doctor
got you-
wants me to eat something that says 6 almonds so Geiger will die on the front.
He's got you at 43 in the death pool. So
Well, my dentist probably doesn't want me eating this because I'll be picking it out of my teeth for 3 years.
is there any reaction? Do you feel that you're going to need an EpiPen?
No, I don't have that strong an allergy. It just tastes like, or sometimes it just feels like my throat starts closing up a little bit, but not enough right.
The worst kind of allergic reaction.
No, and or like my lips will feel all itchy and puffy. So far, so good.
That's the second reason not to take that wrist snapping bite of
Look, it was in the effort of research. I don't want to take a nibble and be like, "Hate that." I got to eat at least half of something to make
that
sure I hate
bite
it.
was mere seconds post rating. So there was,
Remember when I had that moldy sandwich and I ate half of it just to make sure I really didn't like it?
all right, I'll jump in. I don't really know what all the fuss is about with the strong hate here, because to me it's not bothering me. I could easily eat the entire thing and have no reaction. To me it doesn't taste great, but it doesn't taste that bad either.
You're
So-
really building it up here. I could eat a whole one without any reaction, even if it doesn't taste good.
I guess
Okay.
I'm shooting back a little off the hate, like to show that I'm nowhere near that. But I wouldn't go buy it for sure. So I'm right in the definition of an indifferent to that
Wow.
for the RX bar.
Don't
Jen?
want to eat it, wouldn't buy it. Indifferent.
Yeah, but I wouldn't tell someone not to eat it. Like I think of the things I gave dislikes and hates to, and I have much stronger feelings towards this. I'm gonna forget I ate this by the time we get around to the last snack.
So when you're recapping the episode, you're like, what happened in the middle part? I don't
What?
remember.
Something about orphans?
I'm disappointed in you, Novak. I really thought this was going to be our first flaming bag of dog shit on the door.
No way did that deserve anything. This is worse than the zingers or the olives. Like, really?
Only have 5 points.
The olives gotta hate. I'm not saying it's worse than the olives. This is 100% worse than the zingers. This is way worse than the zingers.
No.
This RX bar gets a prescription of get the fuck out of my mouth.
This is just the type of thing doctors like to say.
Yeah. This is like this. It's like eating like a really old hockey puck. I don't know. It's just so everything about the consistency is wrong. The flavor's a disaster. Yeah, this gets 100% a hate that for me. This thing is gross as fuck.
Wow. Well, a collective cheer rises from the orphans because this is a game. Game on.
Well, I should say I'm recording from an orphanage, so I kind of have to play it up for the crowd. No, but I mean, I of the stuff that I've hated, which I think I've only hated one other. No, wait, did I hate I hated the Haley snacks, I think, and I hated something recently. This is probably the best. Oh, the zingers. This
Yeah,
is.
the
I would
zingers.
eat this before any of those other two, but we only have 5 ratings. It's like literally anything below dislike is all in the
That's
same
fair.
bucket, even though there's tiers there. The 7
Right.
levels of hell, or 8 circles, or I didn't read that book.
Well, this is the perfect time to announce that we're changing to a 38-point rating system.
This bar saves lives is going to start getting ready, oiling itself up, getting ready for the final
gonna help.
showdown.
Is it covered in oil?
Orphans
And,
are also oiling themselves up for some reason.
Chester Cheetah is heading to an orphanage right now. It's a thing.
Just to oil the
He
orphans.
just walks into an orphanage with a giant bag of sea salt and be like, "Who wants to be like my sea salt?" I don't know what that means.
You have a really weird concept of what sea salt is.
Why wasn't he walking in the orphanage ready to oil them up? That was laid out perfectly for you.
Why did he grab a bag of sea salt?
He's gonna throw it on the oiled up orphans, and the salt will stick to their body, and there you go.
Chester Cheetah went from just like pervert to like some kind of psychotic.
Look, I just want to throw sea salt at oiled up orphans. Is that so weird?
So we're gonna go to an online segment now. Now, what did you name this thing, Chad?
Nope. The new name for this segment is Let's Try to Get This Show Back on the Rails. We did a listener question a couple weeks ago about weird food combinations. And so I found this BuzzFeed quiz And as we all know, BuzzFeed quizzes are like, top 3 dumbest things in the world. So this one is rate these food combos as gross or great, and we'll read your personality type. With each of these, there's 3 ratings you can give it. You can give it love it, leave it, or neutral.
All right.
So the first one, how do you feel about dipping your toast in a hot cup of tea? Novak, toast in tea.
Neutral.
Neutral. Geiger, toast in tea.
Neutral, and what are the other options?
Love it or leave it.
Leave it.
And for me, toast in tea, I would say neutral as well.
For Chad, that's because his toast is slathered in 2 inches of butter, crust to crust.
Yeah, I don't want to put like butter and cinnamon sugar in my tea. All right, number 2. What about pineapple on pizza, Novak?
Leave it. Leave it.
You don't like a Hawaiian pizza?
No interest in that. Geiger?
I like pineapple on pizza, but I'm allergic to it, so I'll say leave it.
I didn't know you were allergic to anything before we started this podcast, and I've known you forever. So you're allergic to damn near everything.
Just fruits. All in the last 4 or 5 years, it's been a ton of fruit all of a sudden. And almonds. And dairy.
And life.
Sea salt.
Orphans.
I'm allergic to orphans.
Chad, how about you?
I also say leave it, but I hate pizza, so
That's an
You
odd
weren't
one of the
supposed to
combo.
yeah, I mean pineapple, whatever, but pizza's gross. All right, so what's your opinion on a pickle and peanut butter sandwich, Novak?
That's in the, if you like that, similar to like in a cold shower, and that you are a psycho.
Geiger, pickle and peanut butter sandwich?
I'd leave it, but I'd probably eat that over the RXBAR.
Do you guys like pickles in general? I don't really like pickles.
I like
I'd
pickles.
rather eat a plain pickle than have it on a sandwich. Like I prefer it on its own. It overwhelms the sandwich to me. So
Yeah, I like pickles. I just don't. Yeah, I agree. I just like them by themselves. I don't like them on the sandwich or a burger or something like that.
So this is one I had never, I guess I had sort of thought of this, but not really. Instant noodles and melted cheese. I mean, that basically sounds like a poor man's mac and cheese kind of thing. But they have a picture of like a bowl of like ramen noodles and then 2 slices of American cheese.
2 slices of like squared American cheese.
Yeah.
Are they serving this at the orphanage? Like why?
I don't know.
I was gonna maybe do neutral until you described that picture to me, and I'm gonna do leave it.
I can't make fun of that preparation too much since I've told 2 different stories about fucking up ramen noodles before. So, but I mean, cheese and noodles is fine. I'll like it.
Yeah, I'm also going to go love it because I will eat any kind of pasta with cheese on it. All right, up next, red wine and fish.
Neutral.
Your 2 favorite things, no?
I don't really love either one, but I would eat it. I have no, the combination, just on the combination alone, does nothing to make me dissuade from one or the other. So
Because you're supposed to do white wine with like white meats like fish.
Right. With fish and red wine, you're supposed to dunk the fish in the red wine, then drink it down in one gulp. That's how you're supposed to do it. I mean, yeah, I'd do that. I love that. That's fine.
Love it. All right, I'm going to go leave it because they have a picture of a delicious looking salmon there, and I think red wine is gross, and so I think that would ruin the salmon. How do you feel about pairing ranch dressing and pizza?
oh, love it. I think I love dipping pizza in ranch. I think that's one of the top dips for a pizza.
I've heard of that a lot. I've never done it, but I would. I'll say love it because it sounds like it would be good.
All right, so I know I said I hate pizza, but I love white pizza, which is pizza that's usually made with like ranch dressing instead of tomato sauce.
Isn't it made with Alfredo? I never heard of a pizza made with ranch dressing. Really?
Either one, yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's a pizza place right by us that will do a barbecue chicken bacon pizza with ranch dressing on it instead of pizza
That
sauce.
sounds really
That's
good.
awesome.
Yeah, we order one of our favorite places to order from is called Jet's Pizza. It's kind of a Midwestern chain. One of my friends who loves Jets more than anything in the world kept saying for years, you got to get this ranch dip with it. Get the ranch, and I got it, and it was amazing. So that's a must try.
You know someone that loves a pizza chain more than anything else in the world?
Anything in the world. They're they're an orphan. So
They're an orphan.
Right.
I would love a pizza chain if I
They
was an
grew
orphan.
up in a loveless orphanage. So.
He just presses his nose up against the window of Jets, just waiting for them to come by with the pizza.
And instead the pizza place just throws sea salt at him. All right, so what about some bacon covered in chocolate?
I have a coworker who gives me chocolate covered bacon every year. It's like just kind of her specialty. She like hands it out to her friends.
Yeah.
And I just sort of pretend to love it. It is fine. I don't love it's just okay. I'm gonna go neutral.
Yeah, I'll back you up. I like both those things a lot. I think I like them better by themselves. So I would say neutral as well.
I am going leave it. I think that's gross. I think it ruins both of them, which are both things that I love. Okay, French fries on a sandwich.
Whew, that's pretty variable. I'll go neutral because I could picture really liking it on some sandwiches and not on others.
Geiger?
I kind of want to do that now. I've never done that.
Yeah.
Isn't that like a Philly cheesesteak kind of thing? Like there's places in Philly where you get the fries on it or something.
I've never heard of that on a Philly cheesesteak.
Okay.
Probably get your ass kicked in Philadelphia for suggesting that.
When I went up to the...
We just lost an entire market.
When I tried to order a cheesesteak in Philly, and I'm like, please sprinkle a lot of organic sea salt on the top, they just punched me square in the muff. Neutral. I would eat it. I just never have.
I've had French fries in a burrito, which I mentioned on a previous episode, and that was fantastic. So I can only assume this would probably be equally good, so I'm going to go love it. All right, up next, what do you think about avocado and jam?
I've never had that, but I can't imagine it being all that bad. I'm going to go with neutral.
Geiger?
I can't explain why, but something about it seems off-putting to me, so I'm going to say leave it.
Yeah, I don't know what to think about that. But both of them are great on toast, but I've never tried them together. I'm going to go neutral, but I'm definitely open to the possibility. I might try that out later. How about putting orange juice on your cereal?
What?
It's like a picture of cornflakes, and then like
Were they
orange
just
juice.
by an out-of-work bachelor?
Were they just trying to get to 10 questions and couldn't think of anything?
They couldn't find another common pair.
I mean, you guys are
Yeah.
expecting high quality content from BuzzFeed, like shittiest website.
That
Sure.
can't be serious. Is there? I can't imagine there's anyone that does that.
I mean, you get your complete balanced breakfast, like all in one bowl.
I would definitely leave it.
Yeah, leave it. That's insane.
I also say leave it.
Take the BuzzFeed guy and punch him in the muff.
Yeah, I realize muff is probably not the right word. Where I could use pun. Punch me right urethra. There, I changed
No, I
that.
prefer muff. What's your take on vanilla ice cream and soy sauce?
What?
Okay. I think this guy's kid making this up?
It could be, it might be all right. I don't know.
Leave it for sure.
Leave it.
It might not be all right. It will not be all right. If I was an orphan, I'd throw a bowl of ice cream at somebody if they handed that to me. No, leave it.
So neutral for you, Geiger?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. I gotta go leave it. Yeah, I was about to go neutral, but then I'm like, nah, that just sounds wrong. All right, so this one actually is strangely relevant to our podcast. Flaming hot Cheetos mixed with cream cheese.
That might actually take down. It's so stupid sounding. I mean, but they followed it up after those other two, so it sounds at least makes some sense, I guess. So just based on pure question placement, I'm gonna go neutral.
Geiger.
That one sounds like something you'd find at like a real fine dining restaurant or a fancy dinner party. Some fat asshole combining flaming hot Cheetos and cream cheese.
Sounds like the guy at the dispensary is eating while you
Yeah.
buy your weed.
You're gonna love this flaming hot Cheeto and cream cheese weed I'm gonna sell you. I'd eat that. I love that. I would try it.
I would try it if it wasn't flaming hot Cheetos. If it was regular Cheetos, I'd be more excited about it. So, but I think it would do a good job of canceling out maybe some of the spice. I'm just going to leave it at neutral.
Chad, how do you think Chester Cheeto would answer that question?
Pull down your pants and let me rub cream cheese all over your asshole.
Chester Cheetah.
That's not, that's not the combo I was talking about, you sexual deviant.
All right. Up next, it says popcorn and tomato sauce, but the tomato sauce is like a picture of ketchup. I don't know why.
Oh, BuzzFeed is so lazy.
No, this this is ridiculous. Ketchup on your popcorn. Nobody does that. Nobody in the world does that.
So is that a neutral or a...
Yeah, what's your rating?
Love it. I like their moxie. No, I leave it.
Nope for me.
I'm also going to go leave it. Ketchup's disgusting. Up next, I think we're getting towards the end here. I'm not sure.
Question 57.
What are your feelings on adding black pepper to fruit?
No. No, leave it.
Leave it.
I-
Geiger?
What are my feelings on that? I've never explored them because that's not something that exists. Oh boy, views on this. No.
Last time I was at my therapist, I was like, I can't stop thinking about black pepper and fruit.
Yeah, it's just a stupid. You've never thought about it.
Did you say leave it, Geiger?
Yes.
What if you had to walk on your elbows?
All right, do chicken nuggets and honey go together?
That's fine. Yeah, that's actually just a completely normal one.
Yeah, isn't like honey one of the dipping sauces you can get at McDonald's?
I'm just gonna go neutral because I don't love honey. So
Yeah, that's fine. Like, love it.
You
That's
go
fine.
love it? I thought you didn't like honey either, Geiger.
I don't love honey, but like I guess I was thinking honey mustard. Okay, yeah, neutral. I don't hate honey. I just don't love it. So neutral.
Neutral for you two guys. I go love it because honey is fantastic and it would only make chicken nuggets better. How about potato chips and chocolate?
I've seen that, but I'm gonna do leave it.
Love it. I've had it. I like it.
Yeah, I also think it's delicious. I'm going to go love it. Are you a fan of dipping hot French fries in milkshakes?
Yes, love it. Actually like to dip it in Frosties, the old Wendy's Frosty.
Geiger?
I don't eat milkshakes anymore because they make me shit my pants, but I do like doing that. So if I was going to shit my pants, that'd be a good way to go. So
You could get to the toilet.
I'm just gonna sit on the toilet, let it flow right through me.
I'm also going to go love it. That sounds fantastic. What about French fries in applesauce?
Nope. Leave it.
Yeah, leave it. I wouldn't do that.
There are 90 questions on this quiz.
It's literally every pairing of every food. Eel and jam.
It's repeating other ones that have been in there and combining them.
I'm going to go neutral for the applesauce and French fry.
Hot Cheetos and pickles. What?
Only two more.
Salt and pepper. What do you think, guys?
Ketchup and scrambled eggs.
No, I gotta leave it.
I know for a fact I don't like this because my mom would sometimes, when we were real young, make this meal that was scrambled eggs, rice, cut up hot dogs, covered in ketchup. And it was not good. It was real bad.
What kind of meal is that?
It's a meal when you're like busy and don't have time to make actual food. No offense, Mom.
So I actually made almost this exact thing last night for dinner. There's a Chinese dish called tomato and egg,
Okay.
which you chop up a tomato, mix it with scrambled eggs, put some like ketchup and a couple other things in there.
Eat a s'mores, edible, get high as shit, and then eat it.
And then you put it over rice. My wife loves it. It's like one of her favorite things. I don't like tomatoes, so I don't like it, so I'm going to go leave it. But I don't think this is like all that out of the ordinary since that is a popular Chinese dish.
Yeah, it is popular.
And finally, what do you think about bacon wrapped bananas?
This guy just Wikipedia'd food. Only got to the B's and said, "Oh, just fuck it. I'm just gonna." No, of course not.
What do I think about this? I've never thought about it. It's like Mad Lib.
So both of you guys give leave it?
Yeah,
Well, I do actually. You know what? I could see that tasting decent because like the bananas are good and bacon's good. They could counterbalance. I'll put a neutral. I've never eaten it, but I'll give it a neutral.
I gave it a love that. I like both of those things. I think that sounds great. Here are our results. So actually, somehow Novak and I got the exact same result. Geiger, you got something different. So
what are we?
we got the idealist. Most people see you as shy and reserved because of your sensitive and compassionate disposition. That sounds just like me.
Yeah.
If they dig a little deeper, though, they'll soon find your inner flame and passion that shines particularly bright when speaking about causes or topics you believe in. Underneath all that is a fiery determination that enables you to counter any and all obstacles in life. And even if you fail, you're not afraid to try again, because that's what life is all about.
Wait a
What does this have anything to do with whether I want to eat bacon and bananas?
You know what? I really saw the answer to your question about putting ketchup all over scrambled eggs and thought, you're a charitable human with a lot of introspective thoughts on the world. What?
They're all going to say something nice, right? Does Geiger say something?
Geiger got fat piece of shit. No.
You have no soul.
You say excuse for a human?
So Geiger, you got the adventurer. You're spontaneous and energetic and are always ready to explore and experience something new. It's all about the big picture, which may mean that sometimes you'll make big decisions without thinking about smaller details, but your gung-ho attitude towards life ensures that any problems are quickly smoothed out.
Did I agree to eat one of those dumb ones? Is that why I said that? Like, oh, this guy's adventuresome. He'll eat this shit we just made up.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was that BuzzFeed quiz, and that's 10 minutes of your life, listener, that you will never get back.
To be clear, BuzzFeed does not pay us any money. We are not sponsored by BuzzFeed. Although, to be clear, if they wanted to, I'd be open to it.
Our podcast is now called You BuzzFeeded Dad.
That was kind of the equivalent of icing the kicker with This Bar Saves Lives. That was calling a couple timeouts in a row. So this bar is ready to go. It's been waiting in the wings, oiled up, making its way to ringside with its manager, Chester Cheetah.
The orphans, confused after that last segment, wondering what it is regular people are eating now. They barely have enough food for one combo, let alone 18 that make no sense.
So before we tried, what was the flavor before? It was like almond, vanilla, and honey, I think.
Yeah.
And this is dark chocolate, cherry, and sea salt.
Yeah, packaging the same. It's basically a small square, a couple inches by a couple inches, but the color is different. Each of these different This Bar packages has a different color scheme based on what they're providing you. But every package does note that for every bar sold, we give life-saving food to a child in need.
Which we then eat together.
And then they eat that child.
This Bar Saves Lives has a period as part of its title, too.
So you guys ready to dig into this charity bar?
Let's do it. Let's see if this bar can close the deal this time.
Dun, 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 dun.
All right.
All right.
This really tastes like, I'll be honest, some strange combo of the last couple.
Mm-hmm.
It's got some of the sort of awkward flavor of the RXBAR.
Yep.
But not quite.
It's got really large. I'm looking at the ingredients now. It's got pumpkin seeds in it. And I've got like these giant pumpkin seeds on mine.
This tastes like very similar to the Kind bar, but minus the like aftertaste and stuff that one gave me.
And I feel like the cherry tastes. It's like a sharper taste, like a cherry.
It's definitely a much stronger. Yeah, you can really taste the cherries a lot more. I don't know if that's a fresher taste or what, but I don't like the cherries as much in this as I did in the Kind bar. It's also a little, I'm sure this is probably a better thing, but it's a little like greasier feeling or something, seeming than the other bars were.
Do you feel your life being saved?
Well, no, this is,
we're not orphans, dude.
Child's life.
It could save our life too.
I mean, these were bought a long time ago by your company, and then just you stole from them. So
I borrowed from them. How many times do I have to tell you that? When I go to my office and I take a dump, I'm returning what I've taken.
Are you going to go back to your office tonight to take a dump?
Yep. They love it when I drive all the way there on a Saturday just to use their facilities.
Find your retainer wire.
All right, I'll lead us off. All right, you guys are going to have to come out strong if you want to bring these orphans home, because to me, this is not as good as the Kind bar. Maybe just a smidge better than the RX bar, but not enough to push it out of an indifferent to dat for me. So just to recap, the Kind had 2 likes and a dislike.
Yep.
So a starting indifferent here. Can they make a late score? Chad, what do you think?
This thing is better than the Kind bar in every way. It tastes better. It tastes less healthy, which is good. It's smaller, so it's like a better serving size. There's no gross aftertaste. I actually ate the whole bar. I think this tastes a lot better than the other flavor that we tried. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and actually find the orphans, pick the sea salt off of their oiled up bodies, and give this a like dat.
All right, so mathematically here, if Geiger likes this thing, then the orphans go, well, they don't go home happy, but they are happy.
The orphans live if you like it. If you give it an indifferent, all the orphans die.
It's like at the end of Spider-Man where the guy's holding up 2 train cars. One's full of orphans. It's just empty and won't bother anyone. Pick one. Oh, boy, orphans. Boy. These orphans have had a tough life. They've been covered in salt. Oiled up. They keep
Orphans, sea
avoid
salt,
Chester
Chester Cheetah.
Cheetah's desultory
Are you
glares.
gonna kill these orphans, or are you gonna leave them around so I can throw sea salt at their oiled up bodies?
Yeah, wait a minute. That's not good either. So
Yeah, what kind of life is that?
I get to choose between them getting potentially molested by an animatronic cheetah or kill them. I guess I'd rather die if I was having
Self
just
choice.
cheetah molest me.
Right. Yes, Chester Cheetah and molesting go together like peanut butter and pickles. All right, Geiger. Let's.
We're beating around this bush.
Well, I mean, we are building up the anticipation because this is a make or break moment for This Bar Saves Lives.
Orphans, you live to fight another day. Because I like this bar.
Oh,
This bar didn't save my life, to be clear. I'm not a goddamn orphan. I have a house. I don't know what that meant.
He's got a house. He's not an orphan.
I was gonna call you a hero for pulling
Screwed
through,
it up,
but then you just had to.
I got up just crotch top in front of the orphanage a couple times. No, I pretty much agree with exactly what Chad said. It's better than the other This Bar Saves Lives, even though I think I probably give it a similar rating. But I like the taste better. The cherry is more pronounced, and it tastes like just a little sweeter. It doesn't have the aftertaste, and it doesn't taste like composite cardboard like that other thing.
Do you like it more than the Kind Bar?
Yes, just by a little bit. So I would give it a like that. I don't love it, but of the three things we ate today, it's probably my favorite.
Looking back at the other This Bar Saves Lives, we gave it 2 likes and an indifferent also. Except I was the indifferent there.
I like the other one significantly better than this one.
The chocolate, because
No, it was like almond and honey and something else.
What I'm thinking is it like the chocolate. Are you not as big a chocolate fan?
Maybe it could be it. I mean, I also don't love cherries, so I like the other two things better. For whatever reason, that one felt cleaner and healthier than this one. But so I was disliking it for the same reason that you guys liked it.
You also in cahoots with Chester Cheetah? Has he tipped you off and
what?
Remember, because if I didn't kill them...
Remember? Wait. Don't you remember that if I chose the bar, they died?
Don't you remember elaborate backstory we've given to this poor advertisement image?
All right, so this bar is now a champion. Now, the good news is that we have another This Bar Saves Lives in the queue. So we're going to see if someone can knock them off their high horse that they're on now.
That's right, folks. Hundreds upon millions of snacks in the world. We're in 3 This Bar Saves Lives within 15 episodes.
So this bar wins the battle of the healthy chocolate, sea salt, and cherry challenge. Do you guys have any closing thoughts on this match here today?
I just feel like such an idealist. My idealistic nature that BuzzFeed told me I have is really what brought This Bar Saves Lives through today, I think.
And if you would like to rip on BuzzFeed or expound on Chester Cheetah's proclivities, you can email us at youtrydat@gmail.com. You can go to Facebook and like and join our group, You Tried Dat. You can get us on Twitter at You Tried Dat. And we also have a YouTube channel. I'm assuming you just search You Tried Dat and you'll find it.
And hit up Instagram.
Yeah, we'll have pictures of all this stuff on Instagram. And I think we're going to be on Friendster, I'm pretty sure, right? And MySpace. And,
and we're on Adult Friend Finder.
We're on Adult Friend Finder. We'll be suggestively holding health bars.
You just friend us, and we're just going to come over to your house dressed in a Chester Cheetah costume with a bag of sea salt and some vegetable oil.
We had a real... Wait, he was rubbing vegetable oil?
Yeah, be careful. There might be people really into that. I heard that's a sub fetish.
So we really had a chance here to change the perception of us as just fat, disgusting sacks with these healthy bars. And we let the opportunity go by just littering the episode with insensitive orphan remarks. So
can still be healthy eaters and assholes at the same time. That's not... We obviously, look, we here at You Tried Dat care a lot about orphans. And this was all just in jest to entertain you depraved, sick weirdos who don't care at all about children. We're just playing to the audience. I fixed it, guys. Don't worry.
All right, so we will catch you next time with more Chester Cheetah impersonations and 3 new snacks.
Deuces.
Yep.